Can we get much higher? So high. Can we get much higher? So high.
So I'm sitting there thinking, like, obviously, you know, our paper currency isn't backed by shit right now. We used to be on the gold standard, but in I want to say 68, they abolished the gold standard, and along with me, we've done a lot of fucked up shit in the last 50 years.
Man, fuck that, bro. But let's not even go into that. Don't get me started. We go for hours.
That's all other story. The motherfucking
Go for hours.
I'm sitting there, laying on the bed, smoking this shit, fat ass blunt. And thought comes in my head, like, alright, so obviously there was a currency that came before paper, and paper is not gonna be the currency forever. If y'all niggas don't know that shit, everything motherfucking changes and shit. It might not come in our lifetime and shit, but obviously if we're not no longer backed by the standard, one day there's gonna be another item. It could be a motherfucking, you know, cigarette packs and shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying and shit. But it's like something else is gonna take the place of that motherfucking paper. And I'm thinking, what if that shit was motherfucking weed, dog? Now, think of you see? Like, think about that shit for a second, bro. Think about that shit for a second, man. I want everybody to think about that shit for a second, real talk.
If the currency was weed.
Because it's like, you're faced with you're facing, how do I say this, man? It's quite the quandary. That's how you say this shit, though. Because on one side of the fence, you might have and obviously the more potent, you know what I'm saying, strain of shit is gonna be a higher denomination of you know, monetary value. But it's like, you could be sitting there with some you know, super OG, you know, G13 Kush type shit that you really want to motherfucking smoke because you know it's gonna make, you know what I'm saying, you already know it's gonna make you, yeah, it's gonna make you feel this shit. But at the same time, this shit could be like a $1,000 bill, or $2,000, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, do you smoke the motherfucking currency? Like, I mean, think about that shit for a second, dog. Like, would you rather be high and broke or have a shit ton of weed and rich? Like, that puts every weed smoker in a huge ass, you know what I'm saying, like, predicament, dog. Like, think about that shit, bro. Think about that shit, dog.
But see, then you just put in work. You put in work, you know what I'm saying, to get more weed, so you can smoke. You feel me? You just put in. So
do you have like a smoking, you know what I'm saying, currency stash?
Yeah.
And so you have a checking account and savings account.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the same way. Like, it's the same way right now. Like, if you want to smoke more, you're gonna do what you gotta do to get more money, so you can buy more weed, so you can smoke more. So in that situation, if you want to smoke more, you're gonna do what you gotta do to get more weed, so you can smoke more. You know what I'm saying? It just makes everything easier.
That's the point, though.
For people like me, it would make things a lot easier. I'll give you this half-eighth for that toilet tissue and those Frosted Flakes and that milk.